Our next, I'll now turn to Senator Reed.
Well, thank you very much, Madam Chairman, and Senator Rounds also for your leadership on this issue. It's vitally important and something that touches everywhere. Ms. Vogel, there are so many people that are unbanked or underbanked, and they are at the mercy many times of payday lenders. Can you share your experience with providing sustainable and affordable small dollar loans to members of your community?
Yes, I can. Thank you, Senator. Forbands has been providing a credit builder loan at 11% interest for some time now, and we chose to have a lower interest rate to keep it affordable to the family. But we were involved in a state initiative to cap the interest rate in the state of South Dakota at 36%, which was successfully passed. And since then, we've not seen payday lenders show up within the credit histories of our clients that come through. And they've successfully been able to access other products to meet that short-term cash need within the household. And it's helped us to have that capped interest rate and to not hurt the families.
Well, it also indicates that you seem to be able to function and survive and prosper as well as commercial banks in the state with the 36% interest cap. Is that accurate?
Yes, it is. And it's a business decision. It's just like any other business decision. If you have a loss leader, which the credit builder product doesn't necessarily bring us the best income, but you have other products that can offset the cost for that administrative expense to offer the important product to the community.
As you know, under the Military Lending Act, which I was actively involved with, we've established a 36% interest limit on loans to service members, and we have legislation now that extend that to everyone. What impact would that have nationwide? I presume from your experience in South Dakota, is very progressive South Dakota, that it would not have an adverse impact.
I don't think it would have an adverse impact. I believe in American innovation, and I think that if you cap the interest rate, it would keep products safe and affordable for the families that are the most vulnerable. And there would be innovative products that would be released onto the market that could fit the need and fill the gap that was left a void there.
Thank you very much, and thank you for your work, and indeed all of you for your great work. Mr. Holzclaw, one of the impressions I had about the first round of PPP is that the big banks got there first, grabbed the money for their big clients, and small business men and women, particularly minority communities, found nothing. They were, in fact, I got calls, as I'm sure my colleagues did, from many small business restaurants, et cetera, who'd had relationships with these banks for years, couldn't get anything out of them. And that's why I think one of the reasons the second time around we made sure CDFI had a role in distributing the money. Can you talk about that? I think, again, you made a decisive impact on getting money to the rural area where it's needed, the small business people, and leaving it to the big folks. We would not have seen that. Can you comment, please?
Sure can, Senator, and thank you for the question. True, there was a lot of disparity as related to the larger banks in the first tranche, and the coalition took a position, as well as other trade associations across the industry, to give a pot of money for CDFIs. And I think what you saw was, as I mentioned in my testimony, those loan sizes went down way below the average, but also you saw more Black and brown borrowers. I know, for one example, Self-Help Credit Union based in North Carolina, 63% of all of their PPP loans went to businesses of color, owned by people of color. And so, again, I think it was effective to give as an alternative to those larger banks. Not knocking banks. I do work for a bank, but with that said, to give them that alternative to be able to access the PPP program, especially in those communities that were hardest hit, that were Black and brown. So I'm happy that we were able to advocate on that behalf, and I'm happy that CDFIs were able to step up during that crucial time to support those businesses that necessarily did not get that in the first tranche.
Well, I think the lesson is that if we're doing a support or assistance to small business, CDFI has to be a big part of it. But just turning the keys over to large institutions will not get the money to where it should be. Again, thank you, Madam Chairman, and thank you, Ranking Member.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Reed.